Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got...
the other host, Kyle McIntyre.
Yep. We could do it the opposite way if you want. Do you want to give it a shot? Welcome to the Tone Jerks. I'm Brian. Yeah, so Kyle, he's not with me today. Kyle is no longer with us. He is in Minnesota.
He's gone.
You're calling in from Minnesota. You're on another one of those work training trips. So, how's it going?
It's going barely. Fuck, man.
I guess if you guys are,
we've talked like molasses in January, dude.
If you guys are following the timeline, this is actually the Monday right after NAMM. So this is the closest that we are recording to release. So this is like as closest to a live episode as you're probably gonna get.
Yeah.
But we wanted to put out an episode because I know we did the 4 NAMM-isodes, but I didn't want to leave you guys with nothing for Tuesday because I don't know, it just would feel weird to me. If so,
I did, but then we had some weird power struggle and Brian won.
Yeah. So we're here. We're doing it. We're doing it live. We're doing it close to live. So
you're welcome.
Yeah. So we're going to do a shorter one today because I know you guys are probably jerked out. Too much jerking the last week. You guys needed to take a break.
You guys are probably raw when it comes to the jerk.
Bono. Rack 'em, dude. Got him. All right.
Close it out.
Yep. We're done. The episode's done, people.
Really short today.
All right. No, sorry, cutting you off. So you're over in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm in Minnesota. It's negative 12 degrees right now. It's going to be, was it Wednesday? Negative 24 without wind chill. That's just the low of the day. So can't wait to feel that one.
Yeah, geez.
But I mean, for what I've known is that like negative 12 feels like, 0, which feels like 32 degrees. If the wind's not blowing, it's like, well, my body's, is not that in tune to an environment. It just knows it's cold. It knows it's cold and it's like, fuck, get me out of here.
Yeah, we're from San Diego, so we don't get that weather over there. So it's like
32 is even way too cold.
Yeah, I mean like 54. Actually, like low 60s is pretty fucking cold.
Yeah, on Wednesday I'm gonna take a cup of water and see if it'll freeze midair. We'll see how it goes.
You're like,
I think it has to be really cold for that.
Tune in, folks. We're gonna live stream that on the old Instagram.
Get ready for the worst fucking live stream ever.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Well, yeah.
Getting here was kind of a bitch, though. This is my what's new, by the way.
Yeah. We're in the what's new.
Yeah. Getting here was dumb and stupid and fucking lame. I sound like a 15-year-old.
Yeah, the vocabulary.
So stupid.
It was fucking lame. It was fucking stupid, but it was also.
It wasn't lit. It was not lit
fucking
at all.
Dumb as shit, bro. How so? Did you not fucking listen to me?
Yeah, that's all, dude.
That's all, folks.
All right, so it feels like I was just in like San Diego, right? Actually, it feels like I was just at NAMM. I drove home like an hour and a half drive. Got maybe an hour or two, maybe 3 hours I got to spend with my wife, and then I went to the airport. And when I got there, of course they went, "Oh, well, your flight's been delayed 30 minutes." Okay, that's fine. And then the time comes up again where it's like, "All right, we should be boarding now." Nope, it's been delayed another 30 minutes. Okay. All right, well, we're boarding again now? Nope, it's been delayed. So they kept delaying it. And I thought it was because I looked at the weather report. I'm like, oh, shit, well, weather's getting serious, in St. Paul, Minnesota. But no, it turns out there were no pilots.
Oh, so...
The pilots, they were stranded.
So they were
in LA.
And they had no pilots. Huh?
Exactly. Someone made a joke earlier. Hope your plane has a pilot. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, well, I wish I hadn't have made that joke. All right, this is some serious shit.
Yeah, our band. You're the one who named the band.
Yeah, well,
playing without a pilot.
Fuck that.
And it's coming back. You're like, oh no.
Stupid. Yeah, regret, instant regrets.
No regrets.
So it turns out that the pilots were in L.A.
They're at the bar, and they, somebody opened up a tab, and they had to
someone had to sober up. No,
they needed a couple Bloody Marys, like tall Bloody Marys, to get going. So
if you're a pilot and you need to get somewhere, what do you think they would do? You think they'd be like, "Oh, well, we're at an airport. Let's fly you," right?
Yeah.
No, they took a fucking van.
They
from
drive
LA. Yeah, LAX. That's like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
So that's when I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's exactly the amount of time it was delayed. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Who is running this place?
Yeah, well,
I need to speak to your manager.
I was flying Delta. I'm surprised they didn't beat me and drag me down the aisle. But so yeah, it's been pretty good here.
Yeah.
When I got home, I put that fire hose strap on my telly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it actually feels really good, and I was worried about it being like a shorter like strap because I think right now I have the Ernie ball. It's taller. I don't know if I would put it on my bass.
Yeah,
but it works really well on the guitar.
For guitar, yeah, guitar height. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I mean that's basically my what's new.
Well, you also have been working on a few pedals.
Oh yeah,
pedal mods for everybody knows him. Our buddy Johnny Ray.
Johnny Ray, yeah. So I've mentioned that I modded some of his stuff, the soft switch and stuff. But I went on this kick. I started modding like the LEDs. I was like, fuck it. No one wants boring red. So I put I put a purple LED or I put a teal LED. And,
well, did you mention that you modded his bass ones? Or I can't remember if we said that on a podcast or not.
OBD, is it OBD3?
Yeah, I think it's the bass
overdrive. Bass overdrive.
Yeah.
Or ODB, I think it is ODB.
Old dirty bastard, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I modded that.
Well, because he had mentioned that he liked it a lot, but he just wanted like less harsh gain, is what he said. So it must be like
I gave it less nasally shrill noises and thickened it up a little more. I haven't tried it out for bass yet.
Yeah, but you notice a difference with the guitar at least?
Oh yeah, definitely. It had that almost metal kind of tone, like where it was starting to get to almost like a stock like metal zone,
like a mid scoop kind of thing.
Yeah,
which I guess could work for bass, but
yeah, but it sounds better now. But we could do a couple more mods first, but first I want him to try it out
and see
what if it doesn't sound good,
or it's not what he wanted.
Because it sounds good on guitar, and there's a couple mods to make it sound better for guitar, and maybe cut out a couple other components. But I want him to try it out first, and then we'll go forward on that. I modded his GE7. Did I talk about that already?
I don't think so. I think we had just when we recorded last, like an episode, you had just got them in, and then you were ordering parts for it.
So I modded the GEB7 that he has, which is the bass version of what I have.
The 7-band EQ, but for bass.
And it was pretty much the same thing. There's a couple like capacitors that didn't exist. So like I just followed the same schematic. But yeah, it sounds really good, and it's not loud like
it's quieter.
Standard one.
Yeah.
Let's see. I modded I like my pedal.
Okay.
But, so it's a plexi drive or the plexi distortion that Joseph sent me.
Yeah.
So it had a really cool purple LED in it, and it was a purple enclosure.
Yeah, and purple.
And I was like, what make this off the chain?
Yeah.
Would be like a color changing LED. And so I bought some, and they're like a slow rolling. It rolls through like a bunch of different colors.
Yeah, it's like a rainbow colored kind of thing, but it goes through pretty
it's
slow.
pretty cool. And so I'm gonna,
because when you showed me and you're like, oh, check this out. I'm like, dude, I've seen that pedal before. But like, hold on. And you plugged it up. And then I'm like, I look and I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, it changes color. I'm like, oh my God, it's changing color. Oh, and it went through the whole cycle. I'm like, wow. And I was just like watching it, like, I think go through the color change at least twice. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't know why I never thought about like because I modded pedals for people and I've never changed out the LED. And I'm like, fuck, that's a good way to know that all right, this pedal is
It's
modded.
not, yeah.
It's not stock. I had, and I started doing that with like my DS1s and I only had like white LEDs.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna buy a bunch of different colors. So and then I saw that color changing one. We'll have to see though. It may add more noise to the pedal.
Yeah,
I think
it was
that
Stuart Tate from Tate Effects.
yeah, he had mentioned that he's tried it before, and for like really quiet pedals, it adds like a noise.
Maybe
but this plexi pedal is really loud,
yeah.
So you don't really notice.
Yeah,
anything.
I didn't notice a difference. So
yeah,
maybe it works for some, but not some others. But that's
I'm
cool.
sure there's a way you can build the circuit, like you can add something on it so it doesn't allow the signal to go back through the pedal. I don't know.
Yeah, but so far,
we'll
so good. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I bought some fast changing LEDs too, so we'll see how those work.
Yeah, because there's like one of those fast changing LEDs in the shit box that I have from Lamp Electric, but it's like when you hit the shit switch, that's the like that's like the fast changing LEDs and a bunch of noise and crazy shit. So if it adds noise,
audio. Yeah, hell yeah.
If it adds noise, like that's gonna be masked anyways. To me, it sounds cool, but who knows? Maybe if you do it for a drive or something cleaner,
yeah,
might not be good. But it's worth a shot. It's easy enough for you to change it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's super simple. Yeah, that's my what's new. What do you got?
This is not a what's new, it's a what's old.
Oh, great.
I did let's see, because the last time we recorded, it was during NAMM, so I'm like, I'm trying to think back. I'm like, so I did put those old Nikes to the test. I went on a hike with our buddy Johnny Ray.
Yeah.
And my trail running shoes that I have, those Wild Horse ones, so good. Oh man, it was great. They felt great. Wasn't tired. Wasn't like my feet didn't hurt at all. I didn't slip. It was great. So goodbye. But that same day that we went for a hike, went to because we were in South San Diego, his kind of closer to Johnny's area, Chula Vista. Went over to his place, his new house, and he has like a garage full of gear. So he kind of gave me a tour just of like all his gear, and like he's got so many cool things. And so like a bunch of pedals from like the 90s and pedals that like he's like definitely different than me, because I was like, when he started getting pedals or like finding ones, he doesn't sell anything. He's not a guy who like sells things to like flip or to like whatever. He's like, oh well, I might want that again. So he's like kind of that guy, but he's got totes and totes and totes full of pedals and gear and stuff like that. I'm like, it's cool. It's fucking sick. I think he's got like 13 basses and like a bunch of crazy shit. It was fun. But he did loan me some pedals to try out. He's like, well, it's pretty much just like, well, if it's not on my board and I'm not going to use it for studio, he's got like a collection of pedals that, these are kind of my go-tos for studio or the new ones I'm trying out. But he also has some that are on his gigging board, so like don't borrow those. And then
don't even look at them.
Yeah, well, it's like makes sense. It's like you wouldn't lend somebody like your bass that you're gonna gig with. Be like, oh yeah, cool, have that at it, man. It's like you're gonna need it for a show, and especially for practice and stuff like that. But he had some that in boxes, and it's like, if you want to try these out. So there were some that I was really interested in that he let me borrow. So it was like from Pigtronics is the envelope phaser. I think I've seen this before. I saw it at NAMM a couple years ago, and when you're at NAMM, you can't get as involved into a pedal, especially because how loud it is, and sometimes you're playing through headphones.
Yeah,
and then it's so
bummer sometimes. But yeah, whatever.
It's like really noisy sometimes or whatever too. But so he let me borrow the envelope phaser. It's a big pedal. I want to say it's like about the same size as a DD500, and then
wow,
but for a phaser. And has like knobs that you can really adjust. I mean, it's like an envelope filter. You know how like those like funk bass players play like that type of envelope. I think we've had one before. We just never really got into it. It's like for how hard and the dynamics that you play, it'll bring in and out the effect. It does that for phaser, and you can kind of control that as well. So I'm like, for me, like I'm so used to phase 90, maybe the Southampton or Matthews Effects Chemist, where it's like the phaser is just on.
Yeah.
And then
it's like very present.
It's like, like it's constantly going
even when it's quiet. Yeah.
Yeah. And to me, I'm like, I'm just so used to that. Well, this one, it'll come, you can set it to where it will come in and out.
Almost like there's a gate on it.
Yes,
or like
exactly. Yeah. And it's really cool. I didn't try it with the expression pedal or anything, but just trying, I'm like, it's a really full on fucking phaser. And it kind of like, it sounds really, really great, but it also really like, brings in on home. Like I'll post a picture of it, but it's like so many switches, like the blending in and out, and like sweep if you want it up and down, if you want the staccato, invert the phase, and changing the speed and stuff like that. And then 2 different types of like what is it? You can have triggers to go to it, or you can have like a pedal to like control the sweep yourself. Like, it's so full on, but I'm like, it really brings on home like a phase 90 so simple and easy. and sounds really good, but not to like knock this one at all. Like, but it's just like, oh boy, if you're on stage trying to like, oh yeah, or if you're really like looking for a sound, or like you have a specific mind for phase, that might be a one to go to. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think I will pass this on to you so you can give it a shot too.
Yeah,
but
I'll check it out.
It's like, that's like, boy, are you ready for a pro level phaser? Are you up for the big leagues? So if you're like a one knob phase 90 kind of guy, that's gonna be a jump for you.
Yeah.
And then he let me borrow some recovery. So these ones are no fucking joke. So the 2 that he had are the Bad Comrade. So it's a noise fuzz, and there's a momentary freeze thing. Freeze button is what they call it, but it's like it brings in the noise where it just goes like it'll like super low sound, and you can your glitch or whatever, and you can have it like a stutter wave and stuff like that. I'm like, it's I don't know when I would ever use it, but it's like if you're looking for a noise pedal, I'm like, oh boy, that's definitely like
because
Johnny got those, and he's like, I got these but he's like, I haven't found a use for it yet.
Because they're like always loud and noisy. There's not like a softer, quieter side, right? It's like,
well, it has like
going.
Has a pretty decent fuzz, and like I say decent, that's not. It's a good sounding fuzz, but it's like its crazy side is like, to me, it's like so much. I was practicing or just playing at home, like small bedroom volumes. And it's like my amp was like boom. I'm like, what the fuck? How did it get like studio like stage volume all of a sudden?
Jesus.
And then same thing with the sound destruction device. I borrowed one of those from recovery from him, and it's like it's like it reminds me. I'm like, I'm sure they're totally different, but it's like a filter oscillation kind of deal, and it kind of reminds me of like when you hit the shitbox shit switch, so you can make that like crazy noises and stuff like that. It's very similar. Mm-hmm. But it has like 2 filter knobs and like the compress, and you can kind of like gate things out and compress them at the same time. It's
dang.
It's really meant just for noise. These are noise effects.
Dang. Yeah. Well, he also let you borrow what is it?
A slow gear clone.
The clone?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Fucking sucks.
Yeah, it is fucking useless.
It's just like it's just swells in notes. It's like he said it. It's like, oh yeah, here, borrow this. Like, you'll see what a slow gear sounds like. And we did, and we both like, this fucking sucks. He's like, right? It's like, imagine if you spent $600 on the original slow gear. You'd be so bummed. Maybe I guess if you're a collector and you're like, oh boy, I can't wait to have like a piece of like history, but it's not cool. It's not fun.
Yeah, I don't even know where you would use that shit. Mm-hmm. Not even in like classic rock can I think of a way to use that.
Yeah, but it's not really.
Maybe because I'm small-minded.
But one last thing, I did get tons of compliments on my anime shirts that I wore to NAMM.
Oh, you're welcome.
Totally good. Yeah, I every day it was somebody like it was like, oh, at least like 4 to 5 different compliments. The most was the one that you bought me, which was the Dragon Ball Z one.
Yeah,
I wore with the trunks. I was like the security guard who like checks you and your stuff in. She like looked at my shirt. She was like, "I love your shirt. It's really cool." And I'm like, "Are you just taking the piss?"
You taking the piss?
And people would stop me. It's like it was funny, like the guys from Deep Space Devices. I couldn't tell if like they're just like because the way he said it. I like your shirt, man. That's cool. I'm like,
what?
Are you jerking me around?
Are you jerking me off?
And he's like, no, I like that show, man. I've seen some of the episodes on Netflix. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then it's like you're just talking to random people. I'm like, man, I like your shirt, man. That's way cooler than I would like. And like, I didn't think to do that. I'm like, yeah, because everybody's gonna be wearing guitar shirts. So
yeah,
go to a guitar show wearing a different type of shirt. So
that's
hot tip.
Did you catch Clint's description of an anime show that he watches?
Yeah, well, I caught the name of it.
Yeah, I don't.
It was like bo.
Bo to bo.
Yeah,
man.
And I
heard him say that all night
because he's going up to everybody. He's like, anybody who was like knew who we were just assumed that they liked anime, and then people were like, I don't watch anime.
It's funny. He had asked you, and you didn't know what the hell it was. You walked away, and then he asked Paul, and Paul's like, you know who would know about that? Brian.
Yeah.
And we're like, no.
He totally did.
No one knows.
But he was talking about, yeah. And I was like, nope, I haven't seen it. And I'm like, if there were dancing zombie girls, then maybe I would like, be into that show. Like,
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Yeah. So that was, that was like a short thing, but I had to mention that. I'm like, that was a hot tip. If you're going to go to like a NAMM, don't wear guitar shirts. Everybody fucking wears guitar shirts. Stand out.
Yeah.
Wear something cool or uncool.
I wore guitar shirts.
Yep, and you matched with Paul from the Flippin' Flippers.
Yeah,
how does that make you feel?
I felt great. But
somebody's got to change. You just walk around shirtless instead.
I got compliments on my beard, so there you go.
Yeah, so we're all even. Okay, well, I think from the last week of all the episodes, it was just so gear heavy. So I know it's a gear podcast, guitar podcast,
gear centric.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck it. Let's not do gear topics today. We're gonna do two on the other side of things. I got one for you, Kyle. You ready?
We're
gonna do a bang, marry, kill here.
Oh man!
But I was thinking sports. I'm not really a big sports guy.
Fuck.
I've been listening to Bill Burr's Monday Morning Podcast. It's a good podcast, comedy podcast from the comedian Bill Burr. But he always talks about sports. And it's fine because he's really interesting when he talks about sports. So I'm like, I don't want to skip it, but I'm like, I don't know who the fuck these people are. Like, I like, he'll jump from like baseball to football. I mean, he's into every type of sport. He's like soccer. He's watching these. Like, he'll watch it.
Jesus Christ.
F1 racing. And then like, he talks about
it. Well, I
like,
could get behind that. I like that kind of stuff.
I guess we could talk about that too, but do a bang, marry, kill. Football, baseball, basketball.
Oh, I was going to choose my own sports.
No.
Because there's more than just those.
I know. I got others on the list. You know how we do the bang, marry, kills, Kyle? I got a list.
I do. I just didn't want to do those because I want to kill all of those.
Okay, between those three, and then we'll do like quick fires of the other ones.
Which one again? You said football.
Your basic bro American sports. Football, baseball, basketball.
Okay, I'd probably bang basketball.
This is like watching or playing, I guess.
Are you gonna let me finish? Okay.
You gonna fucking cut me off? I'm gonna fucking slap your ass all the way from Minnesota.
It's bang basketball, marry baseball, and kill football.
Yeah. You got anything to back that up? Or you hate them all, kind of? This is just like the least of the evils.
Yeah, I think that basketball or baseball is the most tolerable one.
Because going to those games, it's fun.
Go to the games, chill out. You know, it happens to be the most boring game, But what's great is like you don't know if there's a game going on or not if you're hanging out with the right people.
Yeah. It's all about the hang for you, huh? If
Yeah.
you got a good hang, the show is okay.
And to be honest, I don't. I with basketball, I've never actually been to like a pro game or anything, but I think it moves fast enough where you're like, oh, this is interesting. I may pay attention.
Yeah.
But with football, it's just all like, oh yeah, there's like 12 dudes, and we're gonna run these 12 dudes into these other dudes, and then we're gonna move this ball like 3 yards.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great, and then we're all gonna cheer when we do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a big circle jerk with that shit.
Yeah, it's that's definitely my least favorite. I would say kill leading off, kill football. I would bang baseball, but I'd marry basketball.
Huh.
I am the fucking worst, but I like playing basketball. It's fun.
Yeah.
Like to me, I'm like, man, I'm hustling, I'm moving. I'm so fucking slow compared to everybody else. I'm not very coordinated. Like I'll totally miss like the backboard and not even get close to. But I'm like, oh yeah, Kobe, and you just hear a parked car, boop, boop, boop. And then so I like playing it. And I do like watch. I used to watch a lot when I was younger. It was like, I don't know. It was like I don't know. It was. I look back and I'm like, man, that was like, you do stupid shit when you're a kid. I think that's dumb shit. I'm like, what a waste of time to watch a game. Like, I'd always watch it like on Fox Sports or whatever it was. Baseball, yeah, like you said, we go to Padres games here in San Diego. I don't root for anybody. I like to just go with friends. And I'm like, this is fun. Like I think I was like watching Dodgers versus Padres, and like somebody like hit a home run. I was like, woo! I was clapping and stuff like that. And people were like, that's for the Dodgers. I'm like, oh. I mean, they still hit a home run. That's cool.
Yeah, it's human accomplishments, dude.
I mean, they just like hit that slugger right out of it. And then he's just like,
right out of the motherfucking park.
Right out of the park. And I'm like, well, that's cool. Good for him, right? And he's like, whatever. And I'm just hanging out, being an asshole. But football is the most boring one. Like, I don't get it. I never tried to like get 6 points or 7 points and whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's confusing. And then I'm like, this is so fucking boring. I'm like, it's such a delayed in the action. They do like, and I know that's how the game is. People are going to be pissed. People are legit going to be pissed at this one. Sorry. Because we have two people who don't watch sports talking about sports. To me, I'm like, there's like the plays, and then it's like, cool, another fucking minute until I get ready and do it again. Or several minutes. I don't even know the time frame anymore because that's how little I watch it. I'm like, I don't know. That doesn't sound like fucking fun. And
like 4 hours
the video games suck. And you know what is fucking fun? Did you ever play Space Jam? That was a fucking great video game. Best fucking sports documentary ever. Space Jam. Rest my case. I mean, basketball's the best.
Yeah.
It was a documentary, right?
Fucking great documentary. It's extensive.
Mm-hmm.
From multiple viewpoints.
Yeah. But you got any others you want to add to the quick fire? I got some for a quick fire list. Give it to me.
I think hockey over all of them is more interesting, actually.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever been to a game. There's San Diego Gulls, which they're not pro, right? They're like semi.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know any of the leagues, but they have them here. And I'm like, the games are super cheap. That'd be fun to go.
Yeah, I think it's just more interesting. It's super fast paced. It's violent.
Oh, I like that.
I'd like that in a game, in a sport.
Well, I don't know. I guess I would bang hockey.
Yeah.
I couldn't play it. So if it was playing it, no, I would fucking forget that. I would probably break my ankles trying to get on the ice.
I think like I guess they're still sports, but they're like racing sports, like rally car and motorcycle racing, like Isle of Man. Have you ever seen that shit? Isle of Man.
What about like cycling?
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean
that can be fun sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's kind of cool to watch.
But
I don't
it's
like
also
to
like,
stare at it.
yeah,
I
and I'm
like, oh wow, this person won. That's pretty cool. They did like 4,000 feet in elevation climbing on it. I'm like, shit, that's more than I would do.
you're like, that's cool. I mean, you can like maybe just like,
I can appreciate it.
I don't think you could watch it. I take that back. You'd probably be just like,
Yeah.
that's cool for you. You get a thumbs up. I'm not gonna watch it, but you know.
When I was charter school, when I was doing charter school, I was at home. I'd watch like the Tour de France, and that was
Mhm.
cool. You know. Um,
And
but
then
Isle of Man, hold on. Isle of Man, they're going like 200 miles an hour around this tiny little island
yeah.
with their motorcycles, and it's just incredible. And you know, what sucks is sometimes people die,
Oh geez.
but you know, it's crazy. It's cool.
I mean, like
But
get like I said, play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
yeah, more for me.
More for me. Um,
what,
no, I
what
mean,
else you got?
what about like soccer or football?
Man, I do not. That's a sport I don't get.
That seems really boring.
Yeah, that's really
I
boring.
don't know, I never liked playing it in school either.
Yeah,
People were so fucking good at that game and they took it way too fucking serious.
yeah,
And then they kick the ball at you if you fucked up. I'm like, dude, the hell is your problem? And I'm like, I'm not fast. I'm not coordinated. I can barely stand on 2 feet.
I'm not conditioned.
Yeah.
Does it play a conditioned body to you? It's like, but like you run to one side and then the ball goes back. You run back over. Oh, and now it's back. It's like this game is all about running.
Yeah.
It's all about being in the right place at the right time.
And then like watching it, like trying to watch, I think, didn't we watch like World Cup or something like that?
Yeah,
like,
when you watch it on TV, it's worse because like your depth perception's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Because like the ball's going over here. Wait a minute, that's weird. It went farther down the field than I thought, or it went, east or west. It's just like it's like what the fuck is going on?
I mean,
and then they're wimps when they get tripped or when like oh my god.
I think I did see a video that Bill Burr posted on his Instagram. He was watching a game, and then it wasn't World Cup or anything. It was just he was just watching a game because that's what he likes to do. And this guy like tumble rolled like 6 times. Like he almost made a complete circle of like how like much he was faking that he got tripped.
I hate it.
And I'm like, whatever.
It's so stupid.
I don't know, but I'm sure there's politics, and like, man, we are getting in trouble for this episode.
Yeah,
these are hot takes, or maybe they're lukewarm takes, but they're like, we just do not like sports. I don't think you and I have ever really stayed to watch. I guess like Olympics.
Yeah, there's certain things with the Olympics.
Some of those I've watched, but I've really only watched them at a bar where I was like, oh, this is on TV, so I'll sit here making like Mystery Science Theater 3000 comments to you.
I'm rooting for Venezuela. Yeah. I don't know why.
Yeah.
They just have really cool color scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about I mean, let's if anything, no, not even more. I was gonna say like I could see myself being a casual fan of sports, but I don't even care that much. I don't even really watch TV. I don't own a TV. But what about pro wrestling?
I think when I was a kid,
I never got into that. I never got into it.
But I was so mad because I didn't realize that people knew it was fake. I think as you're a kid, maybe you don't realize it, but as you get older, you realize that that's the whole draw, is that it's like a big show.
Yeah.
It's like a big like theatrical production.
I don't remember it was, but there was like a viral video. Do you remember on YouTube there was the guy, they were like these old pro wrestlers are at like a seminar, like a talk in some gymnasium or something. You got some guy has like got the mic and he's like crying when he's talking to him, like grown ass man's crying. He's like, you guys just you put your bodies on the line. You guys work so hard. It's like just for the entertainment. It's real to me, damn it. He's like, he's bawling.
No, I don't remember that.
It's real to me, damn it. He's talking to the wrestlers. You put your bodies, you just wreck them. You put your bodies on the line. It's real to me.
Jesus Christ.
That's pretty funny.
No, I don't remember that.
I'll have to find it. Anyway.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, that stuff, I get it, but it's obviously,
I don't think that's really sports. I don't know.
No, it's not really a sport.
I would probably watch pro wrestling over any other sport. Now that I'm thinking about it and said
Yeah,
it,
because
that guy's speech really. Now that I regurgitated it really shittily.
it's like a big theatrical production,
Yeah.
and it's like it gets everyone involved,
Mm-hmm.
It's like good versus evil kind of thing
Yeah.
when you watch those, whoever you're rooting for, but it's stupid.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I didn't have anything else to add to that topic.
Yeah, that's all I had.
I think there's other people who are into sports. If you guys, join in on the Facebook group and let us have it, tell us like that we fucking don't know what we're talking about. I think maybe we'll get comments that's like the Seinfeld, or not the Seinfeld guy, but the Simpsons guy. You guys don't know what you're fucking talking about with fucking sports, you fucking asshole.
Stick to guitars, not that you know anything about him.
It's real to me, damn it. All right, let's move on to the next one. So,
yeah,
did you want to introduce this one, or you want me to do it?
I think that you should introduce it.
All right, so it's gonna be a quick one. So, if you could learn one skill, what would you want to learn? So, like, think of like Matrix style. You just get it uploaded into your brain. You can now are an expert in it.
Yeah.
What would it be? Would it be like, something useful, something that you've always wanted to do? It could be like, flying a plane. Could be something technical.
It'd probably be like the ability to feel human emotions. That's pretty dope. So I hope one day
to not be like a robot.
Yeah, I always thought it'd be cool to like learn to like fly like a helicopter or something.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
I've flown like simulators and stuff like real ones that the military uses, and that shit is really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like you move the stick to the left, and the aircraft moves to the left, but then now you're losing lift, so you have to push on the engine.
Yeah.
And now that you're pushing on the engine, now the tail is spinning to the left, so you have to compensate with the rudder on the, it's crazy. So it's like everything, you have to move it all in coordination. It all moves together. So it's like you're part of the aircraft. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, flying a helicopter would be really useful, and if the apocalypse happens or something, or
I guess, but I'm like, unless that happened, I don't see how it would be. But
yeah, I'd have a helicopter.
That's not what this whole thing is about. It's like, what would you want if you could?
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That's what I want. Besides playing guitar, what would be one for you?
I want to be just a virtuoso and just like.
No, just competent.
I don't want the strings to buzz when I fret a G chord. Or what's the easiest chord? E.
Probably E
or E minor, I guess. That would be the easiest. Like, I don't want the.
You do with your index finger and hold two strings at once.
Yeah, I don't want my frets to buzz when I play that one chord. I was gonna say something that would be useful. I don't know, like Photoshop, or I get better at Illustrator, because I'm like, I am okay at doing Illustrator for logos and stuff like that, but I'm just not quick with it. Like, I've been recycling the same like cartoon design that I did of us like fucking 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
Put them on the business cards, put them on the stickers, put them on shirts. And I'm like, but if I think about it, was quick with it, because I see these people who do that, like their designs, they'll whip out something really extravagant and like full colors and shading and stuff like that within like, an hour or so. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I wish I was better at that. And the thing is, I'm like, I just need to take the time to learn. I think that would be really cool. But I'm like, I don't know. Do you have any others?
Yeah, I had learn how to operate like heavy machinery. like a
crane,
or just like a caterpillar, like, I don't know, those bigger machines. Those have always been kind of cool to me.
What about like driving a big rig?
Yeah,
that
would be pretty cool. I don't know how I would want to live in a fucking truck, but if I were ever to be a trucker. But man, I just want to learn how to build circuits better. You know, like actually make my own things.
Oh, okay, like breadboarding your own.
Yeah, which I think is just going to take time to do that,
Yeah.
and probably a bigger drive to do it. Because like I like I like it when people set up. Oh, this is what you do: A, B, C, and D, and then this is done. I'm like, all right, cool, I can do that. But like, all right, here's a sandbox. You know,
Figure out your own thing. Yeah.
shit. Okay.
Yeah. I think like more guitar tech things. Like now this is bringing it back to guitars, but I'm like, man, I would like to like be able to like refret guitars.
Oh, dang.
And I think that'd be really cool to be able to do that, or like cut my own like nuts, like file them, stuff like that. Cause I'm like, it's not a whole lot. I think the tools are the most expensive part to get the right size and stuff like that. But I'm like, and then maybe just the eye to do it precisely and making sure that you're not getting burrs and stuff like that, and like making sure they're polished and smooth for the strings. But I'm like, that'd be cool. And then like,
yeah,
because I'm like, oh, you know, just replacing frets. I'm sure it's like, doesn't look like it's that hard to take them out, but make sure you put them back in and they're rounded. Like I have no idea with like the rounding and crowning of the frets and make sure they're not sharp and sprouting. I think that would be really cool. Or even like setting like I can like do the adjustments on my neck, you know? But I'm like, sometimes people can set necks that don't have adjustments, or like, I think that would be kind of cool. But I'm like, I think that wouldn't be as unattainable. I guess neither one of mine are that unattainable. I just got to take the time. And it's just like maybe some of the right tools, I guess.
But you don't want to be that dude who's like, I tried to do it and I fucked it up even worse. Can you fix this for me? You know, like really bad. Not like I need a hand. Just like I fucked this up beyond.
I guess that would be like, oh, take an old Squire neck and do it. You know?
Yeah.
Finding old parts.
Probably takes some practice, definitely.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of all I had.
Yeah.
But let's close this one out. I think I wanted this to be a short one, but it's still going to be a long one. But hey, you know, it is what it is.
You get what you get, you know?
Yep.
Be happy.
Let's get out of here, Kyle. So thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you guys like what you hear, you guys can follow along on our social medias. Follow along on Instagram at the Tone Jerks, and then join our Facebook group. Just search the Tone Jerks and you guys will find it.
Join in the conversation.
Yeah, join the group. Not that don't like the page, or do both. But the conversation is happening in the group, so go find that group and join it. And then if you guys really like what you hear, well, you know, you guys can leave a review on iTunes. It's been a while,
and we'll read it.
And the whole thing is, if you guys leave an iTunes review, hopefully 5 stars. And you guys write something down about us and about the show, we will read them on the air. Just make sure there's no expletives in there, and then it gets posted, and we will read them on the air. So hopefully 5 stars, but if not, you know, whatever. Be honest.
Whatever.
Let us have it. And then if you guys really, really like what you hear, you guys can help support the show on Patreon by becoming a patron. For as little as $1 a month. But if you guys double down for $2 a month, you guys get an extra episode every week. And, you know, we will read your name out just for help and support. We're going to give you a huge shout out.
Do it right now, actually.
Kyle, give it to me, baby. Who are the cool cats in the patrons?
Well, I have Abe Newman, Adam Rohr, Andrew Walsh, Brett Alexander, Co Schneider, Doug Christ, Doug Gann, and Doug King. The Doug 3 right there.
Triple Doug.
Triple Doug.
Douglet.
In the dugout right
the
there.
Dugout.
Yeah. Digger from Fatfoot Effects, Jamie Davis, Jason Fuzzmonger.
Digger is digging all the Dougs.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Sorry, go on.
Jim Bowers, Johnny Ray, Joseph from Like My Pedals, Kevin Equitz from Equitz Guitars, Leon from Pelican Noiseworks, Bruce Banana, Michael Newman, Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring, Sean Fahey, Steve Mike, Steven Conradi, Will Lehue, and Colin Smith.
There we go.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
We will see you next week.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.